All right, guys, you know what today is on the calendar? Today is AEA Day. So we are gonna be shooting AEA all day. Come along and have some fun. Mr. Hollowpoint. Mr. Hollowpoint. Gentile folks, we are outside today, finally. And since it's AEA Day, we're going to start with the AEA 25 caliber. This is the Bullpup Challenger. It has a 3600 PSI fill, and that's what we'll work with. I've got several different bullet weights we're going to play with, and we're going to get started. So we'll see what type of accuracy we can get. Now, of course, I'm going single shot with my little single shot tray because I just don't like magazines. Mr. Hollowpoint, that's me, has a tendency to double feed, and it's real easy because, you know, magazines here, I've loaded a slug, you know, and I go do something, scratch myself, adjust something, and come back, and it's like, do I get a bullet in here? I can't remember. So when you pull it back to, you know, to check the magazine, of course it indexes because it's spring loaded, and if you just bump the probe forward, now you've got a bullet that's partially through the magazine, partially in the breech, and can't go any further because you've already got a bullet in the breech. So there's no way to get the thing out unless you can drive it backwards with a dowel rod, and hopefully you can get it back in that hole just right. So 9 out of 10 times you wind up crushing and taking the whole thing apart and breaking your magazine. So depending upon what style rifle you have, you might be able to take this bolt probe and pull it backwards, but you've still got that slug halfway. So I like single shot. It's safety. To be honest, the way I hunt, if I can't hit it on the first shot, I really doubt seriously I'm going to have a chance for a second shot. So that's why you don't see me really working with magazines. So with that being said, we got to put some air in this thing. Now, of course, we've got the foreskin cover here, so we're going to do a little bit of brisk movement, you know, with a brisk shot, take off that 10%. We've got a nice air probe. It is set up, and it is set to fit to take the old quick connect here. That's on there nice and tight. A little bit of lubricant never goes amiss. Slide that baby in. You're ready to rock and roll. See? Super simple. Cough when you insert it, please. Put a little bit of air in this. We're going to do 3600 PSI. Now, these probes are a slow fill. So just be aware that your needle may go a little bit past where you want to be, and then you close it, and it drops back down because it's settling up. Like I said, it's a slow fill with the probe because the hole is so little. With that said, we are done. Now you can bleed your line, remove your probe. Okay. That's in the hunting situations, that's the way it's gonna be. So I'm sizing these bullets here at 251 diameter, and you'll notice that I do a double tap when I load. Okay, so I push it in, smack it again, and drop it down. Because generally, there's resistance with O-rings in the front of the barrel band, or the barrel breech, and it hits the grease grooves on the slug. So I want it nice and tight, so you're going to feel that resistance. Don't wuss out. Smack it again, drop it down, you're seated. Doesn't make a difference which slug, it needs to be tight. So don't wuss out. Wuss out. drop it, push it in, tap it again, drop it down. Bada boom, bada bing. So what I'm doing is I take a shot, I walk down, mark it, come back. Because I want to, I'm close on target, but I want to see where it's grouping without me continuously messing with the focus. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I keep walking down after each shot. It's not just to improve my girlish figure, but I want to see where it's grouping. Then I can adjust the scope. At the moment, I'm shooting the 55 grain hollow point with max power setting. Now, you'll find that with some of the lighter bullets or pellets, just like with any pellet rifle, full power sometimes is too much for the lighter stuff. It gets squirrely and you can't hold a pattern. Great power is wonderful, but if you can't hold a grouping, what good is it? So we've discovered that throughout the years with the 25 cal, and that's what we've gone from, pellets to bullets. It's the same thing. Too lightweight, it's going to get squirrely. It's just too much power for that lightweight slug. So that's what we're working with and playing with and trying to find the right power setting for the right grain weight slug. So, but right now we're starting on full power with the 55, and it seems to be grouping very nice. Let's go down and take a walk. So we are about 58 yards down to the target. I may go back further, but I don't want to get poison ivy. And it's a very windy, overcast day, so the last thing I need is a little vine rubbing against me, and then I break out like Herpy Man. Oh. So this is what I was doing. I don't have my glasses on, so this is fuzzy through the camera. So there's my 10 shots, 3600 psi fill with the 55 HP. Like I said, there's shot 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on in that little cluster there to the left. And that's why I didn't want to keep readjusting the scope, because I just was like, okay, this is close enough, even though I'm aiming here, dead center. I didn't really care. I can adjust that on the next setup. Just wanted to see where we were at. So I'm pretty happy with that 55. That's pretty good. Question is will it open up further at 75 and 100? And the answer is probably yes, it will, because there is a hole in the front of the bullet. So let's go back and continue having fun. Okay, so this is the 55 grain solid, 3600 psi. The first shot was like just a little bit low, and then the second shot was there, and then the rest were here. That was number 7. That was a zinger, and then that was 8 or 9, I believe, and then 10 was back in the center. So I'm pretty darn happy at the distance we're at. That would definitely crack through the skull of a coyote, easy peasy. So let's, you know guys, there's a lot of FL companies out there, but if you're shopping for an FL, make sure it has the word Donnie in front of it. Then you know you're getting true quality. DonnieFL.com. Not a paid sponsor. Now I just ran 10 of my 55 grain solids, and you know what Mama says about shooting solids, right, Bobby Boucher? So I got to give the devil his due. These solids are dead balls accurate. A real nice pattern. We're going to tighten it up, and now we're going to try something else. All right, fellas. Remember I told you earlier, and I did because I see it in the recording, about twist rate and the length of a bullet. Sometimes if a bullet gets past a certain length, it'll tumble or keyhole. If a bullet is too short and there's too much power behind it, it just shotgun patterns all over the place. So what I did is I turned down the little power dials, the little screw here on the side, to find her its sweet spot. And I think I did that because the 43 grain on full power was kind of giving me like a 4-inch shotgun spread. There's one here, 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 and there. So I turned it down halfway, and the bullets were dropping 15, 18 inches. So I turned it up a little bit, and I mean, right off the bat, I'm zinging right in there. Unfortunately, I don't have a chronie with me. I didn't think about bringing a chronograph. But these are still zinging them out there. It's just not at 100% full power. So let's take a look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but the little red mark is right here instead of being directly up there where it says max. And that's where it's up to you as the air gunner to learn your weapon. This is a tool for a job, and you need to know how to use your tool. You know, you can't just drop your trousers and grab your tool. You got to learn how to work it. So that is what I did here. So with the 43 grain, we got us a sweet spot. With the 55s, I was going straight full power. All right, let's go down and take a look at that target. Okay, that is the 43 grain finding the sweet spot. That is nice. I really made me feel good. Fine, because I knew it was there. We just had to play with it a bit. And this is the stuff you can't get when you're power testing. You got to get some distance. So I am happy. That 43 grain is really looking sweet. And that is the one slug that will fit in the magazine if you should so decide to use the magazine. Wow, that low sodium really goes. So that 43 grain really doesn't like low sodium either. That's not bad at all. Whew. Okay, there is the soup. Exit, entrance. Even took the pull top off. There's the pull top missing. Whew. Look at that. That's for you, Ricky Reams. Rick and Morty. I'm Morty. So guys, 55 grain hollow point, 25 caliber AEA for Ricky Reams. Shot this card in half. We're talking almost 60 yards, okay? You can't be sneezing at the AEA because it's got a lot of potentiality, all right? Thanks, guys. Let's wrap this baby up. So there you have it, guys. We're wrapping up AEA Day with the Challenger 25 cal. We shot the 43 grain, the 43 grain hollow point with the reduced power setting. Tighten that group up tighter than Frog's, you know, backside. 55 grain hollow point, 55 grain solid, and the 58 grain. The 58 grain was not as sweet as I like, so I will not tell you to buy that. That 58 works better in some of the single shots. Well, that running's got the old asthmatic going up and down. So 3,600 psi fill on all the slugs. The 43 was the only one we did not do full power on. It 57-ish yards. You can see the groups and patterns were really nice, at least what I like for hunting. I'm very satisfied. All in all, it's a very powerful gun. We'll put the numbers in right here, the foot-pounds in energy that we took from the indoor power testing. And as you can see, there's quite enough energy in here to easily drop a coyote, beaver, woodchuck, Wendigo, chupacabra. Very easy, right? The headshot, right between the three eyes on the chupacabra. So I want to say thank you, AEA. Thank you, Terry Fox. Thank you, Tom and Ben, for all your support. And again, Donnie FL sent me this beautiful shirt to wear, even though we don't have anything on this because it's already factory suppressed, but it's nice. I don't know the foot-pounds, I mean not foot-pounds, I don't know the weight of this whole setup. I guess I should do that later on, but you know, I can hold it with my non-gimpy arm. But if you're a bullpup fanatic, this is the way to go. If you've got any questions about anything, feel free to shoot me an email, send me a text, or contact Terry at foxairpowerpro.com, Esquire Jr. the third, and you know, he'll help you get set up on any of your shooting needs. Thank you for now. It's lunchtime for Mr. Hollow Point. Hey Toad, how's it going? I do want to tell you that low sodium with GMO soup is not good for the body. That's why the AEA took it out. The other thing is it got all over my camera and tripod. So I'm telling you guys right now, if you're working with low sodium GMO soup, keep your tripod further away. Tip from Mr. Hollowpoint.